What's going on, my brothers? This is the beginning of a new podcast, and the new podcast is titled The Passport Bros Ambassador, and I'm your host, the Passport Bros Ambassador to be exact. Okay, and like I said before, like I told the brother that was on Uncle Phil's show, we're going to be going over the ins and outs. Just a minute to go ahead and introduce myself so people know who I am. Okay, the ambassador of the Passport Bros is the title that I chose to go ahead and a job that I chose to embark upon, for the simple fact that it's a lot of talk about the Passport Bros and nothing out there that's structured. So my whole goal is to organize and to structure it so that brothers have a place to land in and actually come into with some positive feedback and actually touch down with people on the ground. Thank you. Okay, so that's kind of like the ideal there. Okay, and so why have I taken on the mantle of being the ambassador for the Passport Bros? For the simple fact of my experience. Okay, for one, I've been overseas for the last going on 23 years, primarily inside of Africa, but I dip back and forth in between the Khalij, where I work and I teach. Okay, so don't get me wrong, you know, I'm originally from California, and you know, I chose long ago to opt out. Marriage going bad, sisters not playing fair, and so when you have a chance to go ahead and come anew and come into an existence where, thank you, you come into an existence where women have a form of a foundation in their structure as far as how to treat a man, how to raise a family, how to cook. You know what I mean? So after taking my first visit to Africa, that's what launched my commitment to living overseas. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that all women need to be abandoned, all African American women. No, I'm not saying that. But for the most part, until they get their act together, it's time for us to do what we need to do. And so I believe in networking. And what I plan to do is I got brothers that are all over the place, that are on different countries on the continent in Africa and also in the Khalij. I got brothers that are in Thailand, brothers that are moving around in different parts of Asia, Indonesia, subhanAllah, I mean, you name it. And so the ideal is to try to link brothers up and give them the basic information that they would need to go ahead and to do what needs to be done in a positive manner. Now, because my background, I'm Muslim, and I understand that some of our brothers are not Muslim, we plan to assist them with what they need to do also. Okay, and so what I plan to do is I need to first break down some of the things to look out for, how to get started, and then I plan to, when I take my trips back to Africa, to interview certain sisters and to bring those sisters on the show so they can talk about what it is that they are looking for also in brothers. Try to hook brothers up with sisters that are reasonably fit. Now, don't get me wrong, feminism has shown its ugly head over here in the Middle East and also in Africa. So for brothers to actually get something that's befitting, you need to go ahead and you need to vet sisters out very well. Okay, and so that's what we plan to assist brothers with doing. Okay. And so the ideal is to share with brothers the vast knowledge that I have on the subject. I've married 4 times overseas, different nationalities. And I also married from America. From amongst our sisters several times. Or let me say a couple times. I think the overall issue is in cooperation when it comes down to the cultural and the family structure. And so, you know, if the family is sound, which a lot of our family structures in the States are not sound, so sisters can't be checked. Okay? And so, families have a tendency to check sisters when they get out of line. And the brother won't have to do much of that. Okay? Because fathers and mothers will let a sister know ahead of time that we didn't raise you like that. That's when you marrying from people that have a cultured background and they come from a good family structure. That's not always the case. As I said before, the serpent of feminism has showed his head in these parts also. And actually it's a worldwide movement. But what we plan to do is point out the red flags for brothers to understand what are the signs, so that when it shows its head, you'll be able to go ahead and deal with it. You know what I mean? So and assist brothers so that they can come overseas and get the best experience that they can get. And what we prefer is that we prefer to hook brothers up so that they can get married. You know what I mean? As a Muslim, I support that. But at the same time, I'm not going to try to impose my beliefs on someone else. But in most cases, from my experience, if a sister comes from well-grounded family, like our brother, the late Kevin Samuels, used to say, is that sisters should only be talking to brothers with the intention for marriage. And that's all I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? On the most part. If she's not doing that, then she probably comes from a family structure that has been ruptured in some kind of way. Y'all gotta forgive me. This date pie is screaming. It's my joint right here. So, date pie with ice cream. Nice cup of American brewed coffee. Way up here in the Gulf. situated in Kuwait at the moment. And this is in a place called El Quds at the tip of the peninsula or the Gulf in Arabia. So you're talking about screaming. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. I'm calling it down right now. Oh, so we're going to try to finish this up by trying to sign off. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, we out here in Kuwait in the place called El Quds. This is the back side of the mall coming off the ocean, off the bay, inside the Gulf. And so that's, you know, what we got going on. And as I said before, you know what I'm saying, tune in, share, subscribe, like, all of that right there, you know. And once again, this is the Passport Bros ambassador. The ambassador for the Passport Bros. Gonna be dropping some knowledge on the shedding light on how you need to do it, what you need to do. But like I said, also, I want to try to interview some sisters from different parts of the world to see how they feel about the Passport Bros coming and stuff like that. So yeah, once again, the Passport Bros ambassador, the ambassador signing out. Stay tuned. We're gonna be jumping off with with a lot of stuff. It takes time for me to get everything because I'm switching one. My old podcast, which was called the Bowtie Chronicles, and I'm going to concentrate on only my role as the ambassador for the Passport Bros. Signing out once again.